I'm going to try and get science going a little bit harder. The final chapter. Okay, my little beaver dum-dums. Step one is I need all the wood on this island to be cut down. That's step one. Step two is we're gonna need food. So let's get a gathering flag down. Honestly, the gathering flag could be pretty much anywhere. So I guess the gathering out of the way. Put a lumberjack flag down. That's pretty much all the trees I need to cut down right there. Top and bottom. So that's trees. That's some food. I think I'll leave this natural dam alone. Because why not? And bum rush over here. Where we know we have some nice water. Potable, reliable water. So we got a water pump set up. We're also going to say I need all these trees chopped down. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to want a farmhouse. How best to place my farmhouse? Like that. And my carrots. Well, you know what? Roads first. Let's get the roads out of the way. Yeah. Just like so. And just because I know I will want additional roads. Out to the edge, like that. Perfect. Another lumberjack flag right here. Like so. And storage land. Water tank. Water tank, water tank. Get a food stockpile. Yeah. And a place to store our logs. Good. And now housing. Really planning for the future here. And I think instead of dams, which take 20 logs, we're gonna try and get to 120 sites. So we can have a levee. So let's get a science hut built right quick. Unpause, go everybody! This place is for storing carrots. We'll get a small storage unit set up over here for berries. Oh, no, that was the wrong kind of storage. Small warehouse. Berries. Yeah, socialize all you want, people, but we gotta move. And while you're thinking about that, start the carrot farm up. Yeah, carrots. And we can't make a forester until we have science. So I think priority-wise, getting water up and running is high. Water storage is second highest. We have 13 beavers. Each house holds 3 beavers. We're chopping down wood. Sleeping on the dirt, whatever it takes. So I'm gonna want this island for forestry as well. Yep, we got berry gathering going on. You know what? Berry storage will up the priority of as well. There we go. This stores water. 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 Oh, yeah. Science, I'm saying you're very important. Joe grew up. So we're gonna do levees across here. We'll leave the natural dam where it is. Yeah. Water storage is done. Farm is up and running. Our carrot warehouse is almost built. Sorry, I meant the building site. I want signs built right the heck now. I want this because it's going to give us 200 signs. But if we do that using dams, that's going to be so much. My god, let's think about it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Woof, 140. 180 logs it would take. Whereas if we knew how to make levees, almost half that. So let's get Joe cracking on science here. This is for logs. A couple of houses are done. We need 3 more houses if anyone's going to actually be making babies. Much better. I remember how to play this game now. I like bum rushing, like, vertical development, but until you have the science and the industry for planks, that's a stupid plan. It's a real bad idea. Yeah. $70 science for stairs. Yeah, vertical is where it's at. Obviously, you want to go vertical. I think something we might do is invest in stairs and just get up there that way. Dizzy, what's going on? How do you get into so many genres of games? Just to me so much they either seem boring or like way too much to learn. I mean, I really like trying new games, and I don't mind learning curves. But some genres are easier to get into than others for me. Like, I like management games and building games like Timberborn here, but this is a genre that a lot of entries are terrible, in my opinion. Like, Timberborn does a lot of things right, and I think it has a very well put together tutorial that eases you into the mechanics, and once you get it, you got it, and it's a lot of fun to play. A lot of other building and management games I've played are just like, they don't do anything new or interesting, and they are very rote, and their tutorials make me angry. Because the tutorials are generally like, do you know how to move a camera? You did it. Okay, tutorial's over. It's like, how do I make food? I played so many of those games where the tutorial is just, here's how camera works. Okay, this is how you build a house. It's like, but this game's whole thing is about like an economy. It's like, no, we're not gonna teach you about that. Your 6+ month long Baldur's Gate 3 playthroughs, yeah. Whereas roguelikes, I find, are often a lot easier to jump into. But traditional roguelikes have much more significant learning curves than a lot of other games. Like, I love Caves of Cud, but I think that game has a bit of a curve. It takes a little bit to understand what's going on in Cud. But God, I love Cud. And then a game like Noida, you could jump in and start playing immediately, and you don't need to worry about it, but the game's depth is just insane. Like, you could really spend a lot of time getting into the nitty-gritty of Noida, to the point where you're like, I now understand the math behind how a wand works, so if I click it once, it teleports me to the exact same XYZ coordinates in an alternate dimension. Not like everything, but enough so you can play the video game without having to look everything up. That's just patience. Like, I'm very willing to jump in and just see what happens. My recommendation is just, when Next Fest rolls around, just grab like 15 demos, jump in and spend like 10 minutes per. Just see what they're like. Learn a few things, get into it, decide if you like it or not, maybe play more of it. Just try stuff. I just like trying stuff. And then if I like it, I play a lot more of it. Yeah, like whenever Next Fest rolls around, my whole thing is putting a wheel together on the website Wheel of Names. I just put them all in there and I spin the wheel, try the demo, take it off the wheel, spin the wheel, try the demo. It's a lot of fun. Just seeing what's out there. 85 science, all right. So I want to do it. But can I do it yet? Yes, you know what? We'll just make a few planks to make a staircase. Bum rush the telescope. That gets me 200 science, and then we're off to the races. Then we're good to go. Let's do that. Yes, Esoteric Ebb looks amazing. That game looks super cool. All right, that's powered. That little nook there is where we're going to store planks. All right, you don't need to do that yet, buddy. Played a bit, but the spire needs slaying. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I want to be playing, but I keep on getting pulled in to slay the spire. Alright, someone needs teeth grinding, which we could slap down right there. It's basically a freebie. Hell yeah, wood storage. We have the science for Forester. Yeah, I might just do this. Just one quick run before I do the thing, then you have to do another one because that one was bullshit. The length of the runs in that one is like just long enough that it cuts into a lot of other stuff. Yeah. You know what? Perfection. Perfection. Hell, we're already at 111 science. I might just let it keep going. We only need 120 for the levy. Like, we're almost there. 9 science away. The drought's gonna only be for 3 days? You know what? We have stored water and we don't stop making water. I don't think we need to worry. There are 2 free beds. 120! It's time. Alright, levies. Yeah. Levy that up, levy that up. This, I think, is going to be dam. At least part of it. Yeah. And then our next big thing is we need floodgate. Those 2. And the other thing we need to do is destroy a few of these berry bushes. Tell them to demolish that so we get the science from it. This is going well. It's going so much better. This little pool of evergreen water is very handy. But soon, we can capture a whole larger area. Drought's over. So 2 free beds, we're okay. Yeah, the bad tides. We need to worry about the bad water. But not as much now that we're basically focusing on this island. This is the real primary island. Yeah, get rid of these bushes. Hold on, don't have path there yet. There we go. That will require some stairs. Speaking of stairs, 70 science, almost there. You kidding me? There's one more goddamn bush? No, I'll just wait for them to cut down these trees. Let's up the priority on these two. Because I want that science. Oh, it's too far from a district path? My god, if they could just chop down these last two trees. Even just one tree. Oh, hold on. Boop. Let's see here. We're gonna want to just levy up that side. And levy up that side. But then that won't be enough, will it? I'll push it out over here, and hopefully the current's enough, but probably not. That'll do. If the water is pushed out here and heads that way... Just to be sure that's what happens. So that bad water will go that way, letting this all be clean water coming through, and this could be kind of a power generation alleyway if we're funneling enough water through there. This bad water's already heading that way. Once this is plugged up, that bad water goes that way. Good. Good, good, good. Anything that can prevent ground contamination? Yeah. There's a stoof. You got, where is it? Contamination barrier. Stop soil contamination from spreading beneath it. Do 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 do. There are beavers without jobs? Unexpected. Guess a lot of my building projects require me to, make some pathways for them. Alright, flight of stairs here. And here. And then... $100 science, man. One day they'll chop these goddamn trees down. That's it. I still get the resources. No, I don't. But listen, I want this path built. I have patience for this. Come on. Get those 3 trees chopped down. There we go. Now this is no longer too far away for you guys. Yoink, yoink, yoink. What's going on, lady? I'm alright, how are you? Got a busy week with everyone visiting from March break? Like your family's down visiting? Family and friends? Yes. Yes. Now get me that science. Oh, that sounds like a busy but good time. Alright, if I wanted... Let's get my beavers up here. Staircase, staircase. Staircase. Just like so. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah. Yeah. Danger Train! Thank you for that raid. What were you doing? Hello. Were you playing Timberborn? Yeah. How you liking 1.0 of Timberborn? Oh, don't worry about it, Danger Train. Tell me about your Timberborn colony. Just got back into it? Yeah. I like petting beavers. Who doesn't like petting a nice beaver? 33 planks. Did I not plant oaks here? Come on, guys. Get to work. Danger Train, thank you very much for that follow, and welcome to the Shake the Box family. Very happy to have you here. Today I played some... Well, I played Helldivers 2 because I was already playing it before the stream started. I was like, I'll just turn it on, we'll stream it. Then we did some Slay the Spire 2 multiplayer, and now Relaxing with some Timberborn. After a year hiatus, I jumped in and out for different updates, like when real water physics came in, I did a colony. But it's been a little while. Less than a year, but definitely a while. It's nice to be back. Oh, I love Helldivers. The new Illuminate enemy types are already in there. I know they were supposed to come out tomorrow, but when we when we gained access to the current major order planet, they're on that planet apparently, so we got there a little early. Always down to blow something else. Hell yeah. We have our Discord. You can almost always find people in there helldiving or playing something. We do movie nights occasionally. So come and hang out. If you see folks helldiving, feel free to say hello and see if there's an open slot. Often what happens is like 4 people be playing, one person will stream what they're doing, and then, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 people are in there, and it's like, hey, split off and you get another channel with 4 people and 4 people, and then it keeps repeating. Just say hello to any helldivers you see, and you'll almost certainly get some groups going. Alright, so we have a plan for dealing with this. Probably best to limit how long they are, you know, swimming in the goo. So what if we do it like this? Not like that. Pool water's fun. Beavers love swimming in pool water. Wah, wah, wah. There we go. Just building a lot of theoretical pathways now that we've finally run out of wood. But that's okay. Got a couple of floodgates there. There's a pill for that. A lot of theoretical pathways, but they'll get around to it. Everything will get built in time. Oh yeah, I was supposed to have a bit of a pathway over here, wasn't I? Like that. Drought. Whatever, we got water. I ain't worried. I ain't worried at all. Good work. Does stored water provide irrigation? No. Sadly not. Stored water like this will, but like this bucket won't. There are ways to make it store some water, though. But in this early game setup, we don't have that stuff. Alright, everything I want is planned out here. This is an interesting map. Yeah, this map is messing with me a little bit. This is not... We started a colony here, and due to poor planning, we dropped the population down to 2. We brought it all the way back up to like 13, 14, and then it went back down to 2 again. I'm like, all right, let's just start over. Incest camp is getting a little bit too incestuous now. This is multiple generations springing up from 2 beavers. We gotta start over. But we have a lot. It's a lot better now. It's a lot better now. So much better now. The problem is the last time I played as the Irontails. And you grow those babies in vats. And so I didn't have housing. I just kept on forgetting about it. Yeah, we had them Bivatum and Biviv. Currently, I just have whoever wanted to be named in the game on a text document, and their names are being pulled in. So a lot of beavers are gonna have the same name for a while. Now we have 14 Bivam and Biviv. Carried all from sources off the map. I would love to do that, but it'll take a while. Fremen scum! Thank you for that follow and welcome to Shake the Box family. Very happy to have you here. For our new friends, we do all kinds of stuff here at Shake the Box. I already mentioned today we did Helldivers, Slay the Spire 2, and now some Timberborn. What's with the hand? I play a lot of Caves of Cut, and that is a game where you can grow many body parts on your character, and I love doing runs where you have like 15 hands all using axes to chop off body parts. So I like putting a little hand on my microphone. Sometimes it's not a hand. I cycle through all kinds of little microphone attachments. No lizard redeems, so I have lizards. Oh, thank you. Could always do with some lizards. I offer you some cats popping out of boxes. Have some Schrodinguses. Has the word been said? Yes, but you can still try and figure it out. The first word hint I gave for it was very specific. It was just so one person would know the word, but they're asleep now. And that hint was the protagonist of the manga/anime series and a regular at Magic High School blew up this country. But I'll give another word hint. This is a country divided into 2 versions of itself. We'll say that. There are 2 countries with this name. That's also too easy of a word hint. I should have been more vague. One word! There's always a word of the day! And people can request word hints to try and figure out what it is.
You all remember what to do.
I see, it's too easy.
Right? That's right!
Scream real loud! Today's word was too easy. Alright, I think we could go ahead and pause the lumber district for a while, the sawmill. Our focus needs to be on letting trees grow up. There are wizards too, yes, I was saying. Play a lot of Caves of Cud, play a lot of Rift Wizard, Noida. Those are like the 3 games I've probably streamed the most would be Rift Wizard, Noida, and Caves of Cud. Just pure hourage. They've got a lot. But I play whatever. I like all kinds of games. We love doing random demos when Next Fest shows up. We just finished Resident Evil Requiem, and that is awesome. God, I love Resident Evil Requiem. That game made me happy. Just like straight up pleased with how good it was. It's everything I wanted it to be. Yeah, the deforestation's a little rough, but we have trees coming up. Once these guys grow up, we'll be set. I vacillate between Stardew and Dwarf Fortress. Oh yeah, we also play Dwarf Fortress. We have a current fortress that I need to get back into and finish. It's been going oh so poorly. Jealous of your ability to play so many games. Someone else was saying that earlier. Like, I don't understand how you play so many games. I love trying new games. I crave it. Crave variety. Then again, you know, sometimes people pop in and I just play, like, Rift Wizard all day. Like, 9 hours of Rift Wizard in one sitting. We've definitely had streams where the whole week was just Caves of Cud. Burglar Gnomes and Frog Squad were both awesome. Awesome. I also checked both of those out during Next Fest. I think Frog Squad has a lot more legs to it. Like, Burglar Gnomes is a lot of fun, but like Frog Squad, I could feel like there's a lot of different maps. There's a lot of different enemies you're running into. We had 7 players of Frog Squad. I think we had like 7 or 8 going for when we played it. On Sundays, I do collaborative streams with a bunch of folks. We play with AliasBot, Krath, and Super Hobbit. Today I was playing with Abe Clancy, another streamer. We've been doing a lot of collaborative streams recently. It's been a lot of fun. It's been good times, good times. Doo-doo. Alright, 14 planks remain. I forgot to connect the path, which means my beavers are too stupid to do their jobs. There you go, beavers. I'd shout them all out here, but there's a cooldown. That's fair. I guess I'm immune to the cooldown, aren't I? There's Abe Clancy. There's Krath. There's Alice. And there's Super Avid. Not all of them made it on screen, but the links are there. I think Alice is still playing Noita right now. Got an achievement hunt and Stationeers going. Nice. Gotta make sure I do this as well. There we go. I've heard of Stationeers, but I've never actually played Stationeers. How much longer until we're able to cut down trees? I guess technically they'll never reach these trees, but whatever. That's fine. 26%, 6%, 83. All right, we're on our way. You tried Esoteric Ad, but you were turned off when you used the D&D stat system wholesale. That's not much of a turnoff for me since I play Dungeons & Dragons. And the premise of the game is like, you are in a campaign, right? Like the trailer says, mess up your D&D campaign. Get an Unreal Tournament server going. I've said this before, but at some point I'm going to get, you know, Alias, Krath, Super Hobbit, and get everyone in all of their chats and our chat, and we're all gonna play King Arthur's Golds. I want to play just a big server of King Arthur's Gold together. I am itching for deforestation. We're currently on a bottleneck of trees. That's what makes this map hard. Is you just kind of run out of trees. Without logs, we're just kind of, you know, in a holding pattern, which is fine. Let's take a look at the automation stuff that was added. Measures water flow, depth, contamination sensor. The last D&D you ran was wild. The Goblin Bard was turned black after surviving an octopus. Stained with squid ink. I'm currently in a game of Mythic Bastion Land, which is a weird system, but very neat. Just run a dedicated server. Don't think you even need to own the game. They recently brought it back on, right? Like, not them, but like they allowed the community to run Unreal Tournament servers, and like the game's just available for free, right? Which is neat. Specifically, Unreal Tournament 2004, I believe, is the version. But that's the best version anyway, so it's fine. What should I do with the space on this island? Like, we don't really want to grow anything here until we have a lot more water management underway. Ba-da-ba-da-da. Until that's done growing, we're basically just in planning right now. More housing would be nice. And we are at a point where I could start going for stacked housing. Damn, they built those platforms instantly. Unlike Unreal Tournament 99 and 2004 for different reasons. Fair. Apartments. He was the only one who grappled. Tried to persuasion to be released. Good old D&D. There. That's a nice, efficient way to kind of double up on our housing. Spiral stairs, 350. Artificer of the Mech Pupper. I grew up on D&D. My favorites ever, like out of all the versions and all the characters, Second edition's Wild Mage has always been my favorite. I feel like Wild Mage has been kind of passed around and changed over the years with different iterations. Spiral needs treated planks. Yes, it does. Let's ignore Spiral Staircase for now. 99%. Yes. Trees are grown. Go cut them down. Plates is 3.5. 3.5 got a lot of negative rep, but I thought there were fun ideas in there. I enjoyed how much movement there was in 3.5. Like, specifically, they expected you to have a map and minis, and, like, a lot of things would move people around. Make your own spiral stairs with blackjack and hookers. All right, we finally got logs again. .5 had so much bloat. That's why it got a lot of chaff. But again, I appreciated how much, like, combat was kind of built around the idea of moving people around and positioning. And I thought that made combat a lot more vibrant, interesting. And they leaned into it, like, you found, like, blink daggers. So you would stab a guy, and they would bleed out some random location. That was fun. Go do some pooping. Yeah, Wild Mage back in 2nd edition was the best. I had so much fun with that version of the game. And I have a lot of memories tied up in it as well. One of the people we were playing with way back when was not the most well-adjusted person. And I had a wild surge where their character, who was a big, strong warrior man, suddenly became a big, strong warrior woman. And he lost his shit. He was pissed. Like, he was threatening to hurt me in real life. And I didn't understand. It's like, your character's stats are the same. Like, just roleplay as a character that just became a lady. Come on. Yeah, no, it was just like, I don't understand, like, how this is so upsetting for you. But what are you gonna do? But that's like one of those burned into your brain memories for me. I actually liked 4th edition. It made material classes actually fun in combat. I think that was like the neat stuff they were doing with 3.5 and 4th edition. We're trying to like make it so party composition was a bit more varied. People had a lot more interesting character ideas going on. But man, like Wild Surges in 2nd edition, like that one happened. We're on a boat, I have a Wild Surge, suddenly there's a tear in reality and a dragon's coming through, the boat gets ripped in half because a dragon is suddenly occupying where the hold of the boat once was. Every time you cast a spell, it would randomize the level at which it was cast. It felt very, very wild. Check out Everyday Hero, newish TTRPG based on 80s action movies. I love 80s action movies. I will check that out. Alright. It looks like we should be set for logs. I think I could start making planks again. I definitely recommend checking out Mythic Bastion Lands. If only for the artwork. Like, you'll find it on, like, Itch.io. They're books, and you can check out the artwork. But it is gorgeous. I like that 5th slimmed down from 3.5. I hope the next iteration starts cutting to the bone. Where would you go? Like, for a 6th edition, Gopper? Like, what, you got anything in mind? AVP, Alien vs. Predator? If you like aliens, Alien Dark Descent was a fantastic... It's buggy as hell. It's definitely, like, jank. But Alien Dark Descent was maybe one of the best Alien games I played in recent memory. I really enjoyed Alien Dark Descent. That was a fun time. I think I'm gonna let them finish this and then I'll start making planks. You know, I'll just unpause it. If people want to start making a few planks, we'll make a few planks. Buggy? No, it's got quirks. Exactly. Exactly. It's a quirky game. Are you hungry? We have 250 food, dude. Eat. You ever see the clips of Super Hub's Dark Descent? It was because of him I started playing the game. Watching his streams, I was like, you know what? I gotta play this game. Get rid of a lot of the roles, get DMs used to the idea of improvising and collaborating with their players to build a flow. Trying to decide if I want to build more trees here or not. Did you hear? You pooping? Yes. Yes, they're animating Firefly, I have heard. Percival Enos, and he didn't even realize it until truncated the penis until he did. Very good. I'm guessing it's going to take place before the movie, which, being animated, they're able to do. Otherwise, some of those characters can't be in the show if they do it after the events of the movie. I think that's fair, Gopper. Like, I don't think the addition of Dungeons & Dragons has never really mattered very much to me because I play with DMs that understand that the rulebook is just there as a framework, and they're very willing to improvise. But if the rules themselves are clearer about it, you get more good DMs out of it. So I'd be into that. They still lost Shepherd Book. That's true, but if it's animated, you could just get someone that sounds like Shepherd Book. The beauty of animation is recasting is very simple. I like systems that are clear that what the focus should be is flow. Like, Paranoia, I think the rulebook is very clear that if it is fun, you should do what it takes to encourage that fun and make it happen more. If a player is, like, slowing things down, you should encourage the death of that player. Yes, I know, Copper. I know. I realize it's on my list. It's my fault. I'm supposed to run it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I know. I was like, I shouldn't mention Paranoia. I shouldn't mention it. But I have to. Anytime someone talks about systems and, like, what they want them to be, I have to talk about Paranoia a little bit. Hell, did I build dams all along here? I didn't actually want dams along here. Shit, these are all supposed to be levees. Only a year ago. Only a year. It's only been one. It's not that bad yet. But yes, that game that I'm definitely going to run soon. It's one of those situations where it's like, one person's moving. I'm like, all right, I don't have to do this for a few more months now. I'll give them plenty of time. And then, like, my own nonsense happens. I really do need to make that happen. Damn it. All this planning for naught. Sorry, Beaver, you're gonna be falling out of the sky. You started that group in 2022. That doesn't sound right. You're confused. Confused. Don't look stuff up. We don't need any looking of things up, thank you very much. There, they get that stuff back, I hope. Nice, nice. All built. All built. This is the only damming I wanted right there. Oh, you guys are working on that? Alright, I think for the sake of sanity, we'll go ahead and say, like, this stuff is a bit more high High priority. September 29th, 2025. Yes, 2025, I agree. That's definitely when I last thought about that. Woof, that really was a while back. Someone sent me a message in Discord. I'll just be like, hey, reminder, ping the group and let them know that we'll finalize characters. Can make this happen. Just bang it out real quick. I'll Dropbox the rule books for everybody. You need time to read the rule book. Gotta familiarize yourself with the game. Oh yeah, Joe, you're in a group now, aren't you? You're playing Dungeons and Dragons now? How you been enjoying that? Oh, I gotta change the subject quick. Tell me of your Dungeons and Dragons adventures. Tomorrow will be session 2. But your general thoughts, have you been enjoying it? Like your first session? Should I focus on housing? No, I really just want the dam done. Y'all playing Roll20? That's where I've been playing. For the thing we're talking about, paranoia. I might look into tabletop sim instead, though. Come on. Like, it doesn't matter as much anymore because the drought's here, but I really want this built. Probably makes sense to have more water here as well, right? However, low-ass priority for now. It's working. I got beavers without jobs. Let's have a second woodcutter going. Roll20 as a website is... it's getting better. It's getting better. I had some issues with it for a while. It's less bad these days. That's one way to put it. I didn't mean to pause the gatherer's flag. I'm sorry, guys. You haven't had your berries. That's on me. Oh, nice. This is built. Use Tailspire for the maps. Interesting. I think Jimmy has Tailspire. I don't remember if I've seen it yet. Ba, ba, ba. You have Tailspire? Get your teeth fixed. I've spent too much time building maps in that. Well, since we were talking about it, for those that don't know, Paranoia, it's my favorite system. Specifically, I'm referring to Paranoia XP, the edition that came out roughly like 2004, I want to say, is the first time XP came out. But I did own the earlier edition books, which I still own, but never had a chance to play those earlier editions. But the game is based heavily on, like, Memoirs Found in the Bathtub, my favorite Stanislaw Lem book, and 1984. And it is a wacky game where everyone is part of a six-pack of clones living in an underground complex after the end of the world, obeying a sentient, vaguely insane computer, being sent on very dangerous missions. It is a pseudo-collaborative game in the way that you're a team, you're sent on a mission, but every player has their own secret objective because they all work for secret societies. So the joy of that is, you know, everyone's on a mission to, say, collect an object. But one person has to destroy the object secretly, another person has to steal the object secretly, another person has to make sure that object does in fact get delivered, but is tampered with in some way, so on and so forth. Canvas of Kings seems like a good 2D map maker. I have not heard of that one before. But Paranoia devolves into very wacky shenanigans, always. The game, in fact, it presents the player, not the player, the DM. It presents them with 3 unique ways to run the game. There's Zap, Classic, and Straight. Zap is described as Looney Tunes. Like, it's just drop of a hat, someone's going to pull a gun and shoot another player. Classic is how I usually run it, where it's wacky, but people try and roleplay their characters to a degree. And if you want to play it straight, I've never played the game straight before. The idea is people are taking extensive notes on, like, traitorous behavior, and you actually hold, like, hold trials and present evidence. And the bureaucracy of the world is supposed to be played very on the nose and straight, making players fill out forms and whatnot. Sounds fun, but I don't have the patience to run it that way. Oh my god, we're almost done with the goddamn dam. We'll have long-term water storage. I never thought we'd see the day. Like, this version of the colonies barely existed for more than an hour, and we're already ahead of where we were. That's just embarrassing. That was embarrassing stuff. Oh. Have a good night, Danger Train. Thanks for popping in. Come on. Come on, keep building. So close.
Thank you.
Once this is, like, built and we have a relatively sustainable pool of water, I think we'll start doing water farming. Do some spatterdock. Hell, I could just put a pool of spatter duck here. But no, I have a plan for where the spatter duck's gonna go. So close, so close! Out of 20 planks stored there. Alright, let's get a little bit more storage going then. Just watching run over, grab logs, run over. I guess the fact that it's over here is part of the problem. There, that'll really help with the whole speed at which they could build stuff. Not that it matters, but it'll still be good. Like, rather than taking the logs from here and going all the way around to here, they'll be able to take the logs and just go straight across for this project. That will help. And I think we'll just leave them down, and the second a drought or bad water is announced, we hike the height up and lock in the flavor. Come on, you shouldn't be thirsty. Water storage. Water storage. Water storage. And water storage. Whoosh. I'm curious, like, if I do just hike it up, though. Like, will this dry out relatively quickly? I'd rather find out when there's actually a need to find out. Why tempt fate now? 218 logs, 33 planks. If the high priority stuff is built, what are they going to focus on next? This? It's amazing that no one got sick yet. They are going directly into poo-poo land. Might say that this stuff is slightly more pressing. Crank that stuff out, guys. Be nice to have you going around. Alright, we're doing great on food. We could definitely be doing better with water, but we're doing fine. The tree situation's under control. Once we deal with this, I'd like to try and get power via a water wheel. And some wind turbines. I feel like this area is going to be power. We'll put some wind turbines up here. Get some water wheels going here. And try to figure out how best to send a million shafts running everywhere. It's beautiful. I mean, if this is what you want to build, sure. I'm into it. That would cut down on the amount of poo-poo water in the area. I can't complain. However, because I want more beavers, I will again say... What if, instead of that being your priority... Instead, we made this your priority. That house and that house. Yeah. There we go. Additional beds. More babies. Yeah, they're getting thirsty because we don't have water storage on this island. But now we will. Hell yeah, log storage? Oh, this guy can't actually plant right there. That's funny. Whatever. Wait, you taking a break? My man, there are trees that you could be cutting down. Nice, this is coming together pretty quick. Joe and Gasso are timber manufacturers. So we need 8 more planks. That's 11 planks total. And then over here, we're gonna need... Once we have 27, we're good to go. Start thinking about water and farming in it. Efficient farmhouse, potato, wheat, spatterdock. An aquatic farmhouse, that's new. 150 science. Yeah, I'll just do this. And And then storage. Like so. Food. Spatter duck. There we go, nice little field of spatter duck. Oh, it's happening. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be way less gross around these parts soon. Yeah, the people building this are getting sick. But you know, that problem will be solved when they die. Trout. Don't have to pull up the levee yet. Sorry, the sluice. The flood gate. Almost. Let's get a hauling post going. That's just gonna be schmert. Good for business. Probably something we should have built a long time ago. Alright, at this point, because there's 2 left, I just want it to be done. Come on, come on, come on. One more trip. Bang, bang, bang. Come on. Someone get in there and finish the job. Ah, they're in recreation time now. All right, for 80 science. Get some little hospital beds dotted around the map here. And then one over here. Yes. It's functionally done. No longer pouring out poo-poo water. Drought. Hood. All right, so water stuff flowing. Let's see how the evaporation works. We've kept our trapped water. Yeah, look at that. Mission accomplished. We did it. Feels good. You know what? Yeah, now that, like, we're in a drought, all this stuff is what you should definitely be working on. Just makes sense. Do it while it's dry. Bum, 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 bum. Get up! Yeah, yeah, come on. Nice, nice. I told him to build a hauling post. I feel like, get that built. We have people without jobs. If they're hauling, that'll probably make things move a little bit more smoothly. Smoothly. Whoop. Alright, so this only lasts 2-ish days. Good to know. But still, those are an important 2 days. We need to figure out a way to make that last longer? I think the way we do that is levees all along here. That way when the water's flowing down, it's higher overall. Like, if our dam has to work, that's the ideal. There we go. People got jobs in the hauling post. Hmm. 800 science. So water starts here and here. This one runs down, this one runs down. It would help a little bit. It's worth doing. Let's watch the water. So it hits the wall, running downhill, comes around. It's gonna hit our wall here, and then it's flowing down. If that weren't there, we'd have higher pressure coming in. Then technically, I think we also want to raise this up by 1. And this is just the pee-pee poo-poo land. Like, gross. Don't want to go over there. Geothermal vents? Are any of those near me? Of course not. Yeah. You don't have to go in the water to build that, guys. Come on. See, he understands. Build it from above. This is why other ones are getting sick. Do the unsick one. Very excited for this to be built. Like, once this isn't introducing poo-poo water. This opens up a lot of opportunities for the water over here. But it's responsible for all the goo over here. Looks like as it flows out this way, it is getting swept and pulled this way. So we are going to need this. But at least a good chunk of the work will be done this way. So I got a plan here. Hood. Yeah, I feel like that would help a lot. Do 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 do. No. That was just a misclick. Let's calm down. The little foam pad for this thing, this headphone, fell off, and now none of my guys fit right except for the hand. I gotta augment everything. Gotta do light engineering work on my bobbers. My microphone bobbers. Man, we need more wood storage. Honestly, having one over in the main area, that'd be nice. For logs. Only takes 6 to build it. Let's make that a high priority. That way we can have the guys chopping down wood all the time. There we go. They haven't been shopping because it's been full. Also, get the second chopping station built. Also, let's get the medical bed built. We do have 4 sick people. Bang it out real quick. There we go. Medical bed. 'Tis but a scratch. May I go back to work? I don't think the medical bed actually helps with contamination, though. Well-being. Refreshing blast of river water. Contemplation. Relaxation. Contaminated beavers. Requires 10 planks. And gears, so we don't have gears. So don't worry about that yet. That's a few steps away. There it is, yes! You know what? As long as this part happens, this part don't matter. I'm gonna say no. Let's not worry about that. Unimportant, this stuff. Ignore that. Focus instead on this. Yeah. Do. Okay. Be nice to get them a little happier. Let's say high priority on the aquatic farmhouse, and I still have someone without a job. "24 occupied beds, 3 free beds. We're still okay on population. We're getting close. Let's get another house built. More houses. Just watching you people grew up, old age, grew up. We have more beavers than names because I slapped that list together real slapdashedly. 9 free beds. Perfection. No one's without something to do. So this is pretty long form planning stuff over here. Do, 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 do. We're also all set for bad tide as well. Not like super all set for bad tide, but better than before. I think part of being even more prepared is going to be right here. Like so. Yeah, I think that'll make a big difference. Now, when bad tide happens, we just redirect it out that way. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay. Power. I have enough science for this. Geothermal engine. Get me a vertical power shaft as well. Like, it's elevated, so I think we'll get good wind there. And maybe over here is like kind of an industry area. We want a district gate somewhere nearby. But first, let's get some stairs going. Yeah. Wait, no, that's a silly way to do it. Levy, levy, levy. Levy. And then platform, platform, platform. Yeah. Yeah, we'll try and pipe some power down over here. And your planks. What's going on, Ephemeris? Pet that beaver. You petting beavers? Do do do. Right. Ah, gears for vertical shafts? Son of a bitch. Damn. I would like some vertical shafts. -1 happiness, why? You ran out of water, why? Dumb beavers? So focused on my vainglorious attempts to calm nature. Forgot to drink water? Alright, one pump was a silly idea. We have 1 day to get this problem squared away, or we're gonna be in a bad situation. Get to work. We had a small population boom when I wasn't paying attention. I like that I have two Abe Clancy's all working the pumps. Alright, the thirst problem fixed. He says as they stop pumping and go to bed, you dumb idiots. Pump that water. Pump it. Get as much as you can before it's too late. Yeah, we need to focus on storage a bit more. Like, we could use these to generate the water we have stored, and then when a drought happens, we just need one kind of keeping us topped off. And we'll say that this particular water pump is of the highest importance. We should be able to weather 5 days. Unless that pump is working. And this should be done by the time the drought is over. Might as well just remove this one. Oh, but will I do? Like, I kind of want to think about making this kind of walled off. That way it holds on to water for a little while. And then we could do some farming here. Nah, whatever, it's fine. Died from not being submerged. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to focus on getting the water level higher. This medium warehouse is for Spatterdock. Doesn't matter yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Get my plank pile built. We're gonna be captains of goddamn industry. And then, because I'm a fickle man, demolish it. Just like that, yeah. Want you to be planks. Want you to be gears. Seeing as though I can't get my power island really squared away until we have gears, this seems kind of necessary. 32 water. It's getting a little low. It's getting a little low. But this shit's done. Hell yeah. 2 days. We should be fine. Should be fine. Now we have plenty of free beds. And a lot of different construction projects should be coming online now. Right? What are you people building? There we go. Spatterdock warehouse is built. Other hospital beds. Get that lowered. We're gonna run out of water just as the drought runs out. I'm not gonna prioritize nothing. I'll let them build whatever they want. Come on, people. Come on, Beevil. I'm impatient. Build it. Let's go. I need this stuff. Yes. And 150 science. Do do do. Ba ba ba. Get yet more housing built up here. Ba ba. I'll do it. Just keep these apartment complexes going. Unpause. 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 Alright, it's a lot cleaner, but we still have some current kind of pulling dirty water this way. It's a little annoying. That said, we're now at 1:30, which is generally when I want to have my dinner. But looking a lot cleaner now. We have our nice little oasis of not poopy. I guess we're going to have to do a little bit of work over here to keep the poopy water from ruining our good times. But I think my main focus is going to be working our way up this way. We need to control the flow. Save that game.